All right. Sorry for the delay there, having technical issues. All right, I think we're good to go. All right, so I have a little glare in my face here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the webinar. I am so happy you are here. If you could please confirm that you can hear my voice, go ahead and type yes. You can verify that we're all good to go. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Perfect. All right, so I'm also going to be asking you that you interact with me throughout the webinar. So I want to confirm that you have indeed found the chat box and are 100% ready to go. So looks like we all are. Let's see. So hello there. That's Steve. Hello, Steve. And is it Rachel? Yes. Hello. All right. Well, it's great to have you all here. I'm going to go ahead and ask for you to comment in the chat box and let me know where you are listening from. So go ahead and tell me your city, state, and your country as well. So we got some people from down under. A little Australia. That's nice. How are you guys doing? Some people from, let's see. We have Aaron from Oklahoma. Hello, Aaron. All right. Hello. Hey there. Is it Tom? Yeah, Tom. Hey, Tom. Cool. All right. So, well, it's usually really exciting to see what stretches of the earth people are from on these webinars. You know, even at the age of 27, I still find technology and the way we communicate across the world absolutely amazing. So go ahead, please type in the chat box where you are from. If you haven't, we'll just keep moving along. So I don't know if we'll wait a little bit longer. I know we're going a little over 8 o'clock. All right. Well, let's go ahead. It's at the top of the hour, so we're going to go ahead and get the ball rolling on this webinar. So before we start, I'm going to do some last-minute system checks to make sure the webinar is recording. So give me a second here. Looks like, yeah, cool. Solid. It looks like it is recording. I think we're good to go, people. All right, folks, time to launch this shindig. So welcome to the step-by-step healthy lifestyle system. How to lose weight, balance your meals, and eat healthy without spending too much time and money on your health. So Scott Combs here, coming from a small little town in the middle of the United States called Lawrence, Kansas. Now, some of you may have never heard of this little town unless you watch sports such as basketball. Lawrence, Kansas is the home of the University of Kansas and the Kansas Jayhawks. So rock chalk to any Jayhawkers out there. Again, I am super excited to have you on this webinar. In this webinar, we will be focusing on how to lose weight, balance your meals, and eat healthy without spending too much time and money on your health. So right now, you're in the right place. If you want to eat healthy so that you can burn off those extra pounds, but without spending too much money and time learning how and what to cook. Or maybe you've tried several different restricted diets such as Atkins, South Beach, Mediterranean, vegan, or even something similar to maybe Weight Watchers. Of course, this is a small list of restrictive diets, but they are some of the bigger ones out there. So maybe you've tried some of these different types of diets, but you still feel like you never see results. Or just stop enjoying the foods you're forced to eat. Or maybe you've seen results from these restrictive diets, but you plateaued and got tired of wasting energy on cooking every day or eating the same foods. So by typing in the chat box, please tell me which one of these categories you think you might fit into. So if you are new to this whole weight loss thing and just want to lose weight without investing a lot of money into your diet, please comment 1. Now, if you aren't new to dieting and you've tried dieting in the past but struggled to see results, go ahead and type in the chat box 2 for me. Now, maybe you fit into the category where these diets in the past have worked, but after several months you plateaued and or got really tired of eating the same foods. Or maybe you never enjoyed the foods to begin with. So if that's the case, go ahead and type in the chat box 3. So type 1, 2, or 3 so you can let me know where you are on your healthy lifestyle journey. So 2, 2, 3, 3. All right. So it looks like we have a lot of 3s. Okay. So a lot of people on this have tried a lot of diets, but just got really tired of it or plateaued or went back to their old ways. All right. So that's great. That's the type of person that we're looking for within this training video. So the next thing I would like to go ahead and do is type in the chat box and tell me what brought you to today's training. And what's the one thing you want to learn before you walk away from the training? So I ask this because I want to make sure I answer your questions throughout the webinar. Your time is very important to me, and I want to make sure you leave feeling like your answers have been answered. So go ahead and type in the chat box why you're here and what you want to take away from this webinar. All right, so you want to learn how to diet. Yes, we will go over the word diet in a little bit. Not a big fan of that word. We're shooting for lifestyles here where we want something that's gonna shape the rest of your life. So I'm assuming that's what you meant. Yep. You want to learn a little bit more about balancing your meals. Perfect. Yes, Janine, that is accurate, and that is one of the things we'll be covering in this video. So that's definitely something we'll touch. So it kind of looks like we're all on here looking to achieve the same things. Fortunately, no matter what category you fall into, this webinar will be able to answer your questions, give you some insight, and even lend you a helping hand as you walk your way through the journey towards your healthy lifestyle. So here's what you'll learn by sticking around through this entire webinar. You'll discover the simple step-by-step system for eating healthy while still eating the foods you enjoy. You'll also learn about the 3 important types of food that most people neglect when it comes to eating a balanced and portioned meal, without feeling like you have to have a PhD in nutrition. You'll also learn about the 5 most important meals of the day and how you can manipulate them to your advantage when trying to maintain energy or even give yourself, a boost of energy. You'll discover why cheat meals are actually crucial to your weight loss goals. So even if you think eating a pizza is unhealthy, it can be used to your advantage through some of the steps and training that we go through in this webinar. You'll learn how to cut time and cost at the grocery store without the headache of writing up your own grocery list. And lastly, you'll learn how to manage the ups and downs that come with weight loss and how to overcome the struggles of really just wanting to throw in the towel. So really quickly, I want to talk a little bit about my personal story and how I went from knowing very little about health and fitness to mastering how to quickly and simply balance and portion all my meals, including teaching every single one of my clients the same simple strategies to living a healthy overall lifestyle. So let's start where it all began. Just joking, guys. Don't worry. I'm not going to go that far back. Instead, I'm going to start here. So as you can see, this is my beautiful family. A lot of where my inspiration for studying nutrition, understanding the human body, and how to implement physical fitness at a low cost with no gym memberships and equipment begins with these wonderful people. Now, my biggest inspiration is my older brother, Stephen. My older brother Stephen was born with a disorder called cerebral palsy. Now, for some of you out there who may not know what cerebral palsy or CP is, it is considered a neurological disorder caused by a non-progressive brain injury or malformation that occurs while the child's brain is under development. So in a nutshell, cerebral palsy primarily affects body movement and muscle coordination. The disorder is a lifelong journey for my brother and will always be a part of him. Now, what I find that is so inspirational is his outlook on life and the struggles he faces on a daily basis that, most people would consider normal daily routine. Now, he doesn't let CP define who he is. As you can see, my brother and I have a wonderful relationship, with the occasional brotherly love. The photo on our left was actually taken in Marathon, Florida. So if you haven't ever been, I strongly recommend this as a place to visit. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a small little town. It's a great place to unwind and relax. But all in all, even though the goofiness and the fun, or even through the goofiness and the fun, my brother always seemed to impress me with his outlook on life. Now, the only thing that had been a struggle for him was physical fitness and exercises that required a lot of movement and balance, on your feet. Something that will always be a difficulty for my brother. Now, that's when I decided that I wanted to start studying the human body, the kinesiology that goes along with it, and also the nutritional aspects of healthy living. And that led me to the next step of my journey toward mastering what a healthy lifestyle should truly look like. And that's when I packed my bags, hopped in a car, and headed for the University of Kansas to start my studies. I became very active in my campus ministries, where I was able to grow relationships with wonderful people and even continue my music career in the campus ministry band. Now, I again met some absolutely incredible individuals through this journey that ended up helping me shape who I am today and what I believe in. And my overall goal in life was really just to help as many people live a happy, healthy, and strong life. For some people within this beautiful group, they decided ministry was their passion, but I knew from the get-go that pursuit of a healthy lifestyle and reaching as many people as I could in that category was absolutely vital in my lifelong journey. However, I knew it was going to be a daunting task. My first couple years at KU were tough. Not just as far as keeping my own health in check, but also learning everything about the human body was overwhelming. There was just so much information, but that is where I leaned on these wonderful people for guidance and self-assurance as I trekked through my journey. So as you can see in these pictures, one, I was either absolutely crazy by laying out in the snow drinking a margarita, or I was a complete genius. I don't know. I'll leave that up to you. So actually, backstory on that photo. My girlfriend at the time had been sending me tons of photos of her and her family on the beach during Christmas. Clearly, she was rubbing the warm weather in my face. So I decided to send her this picture as a rebuttal. However, by the end of it, I honestly couldn't feel my toes. So maybe I was crazy. In the other photo, you can see I was enjoying some pretty unhealthy food at a tailgate for one of the university's football games. So I'm not sure if you have all have heard of what the freshman 15 is, but it's a common saying here in the States that refers to the weight gained in the first year of college. As you can start seeing in some of these photos, I'd achieved a new saying called the freshman 30. I was out of control. I went into college weighing a measly 150 pounds, and I left freshman year over 200 pounds. I remember stepping out of the shower one day and looking at myself in the mirror. I couldn't believe how quickly and easily I had gained weight over the course of a year in school. I moved out of my parents' house and into the dorms for one measly year, and all hell breaks loose. That's when I decided I needed to make a change and find a community of people I could count on holding me accountable for my healthy lifestyle goals. And so this leads me into the next chapter of my journey toward mastering the healthy life. I met some very talented, knowledgeable, loving, and caring people. I also experienced so many new things that I don't think I would have ever experienced if I hadn't met all of them. These were the life experiences that were going to start shaping the person I am today and also give me the mastery skills I have today when it comes to a healthy eating and healthy fitness. Now, these were the life experiences, or at this point in my life, fitness was easy. It was the easy part, but I knew that fitness was only a very small part of achieving a true healthy lifestyle. I needed to master healthy eating. Now, the only thing I was still struggling with was the food. The food was the hardest. I could go into the gym, put together a decent program, and get a solid workout, but I struggled and struggled when I came to trying to figure out what I could do for my nutrition. Hence the next chapter of my journey. In my journey to find the perfect step-by-step system to simple, quick, and easy healthy eating, I tried multiple different types of restrictive diets. I knew from my studies in school that restriction wasn't the healthiest way of losing weight, but I wanted to give some of them a try to see how my body would react. I tried eating low-carb diets, intermittent fasting diets, Atkins diets, Weight Watchers diets, Mediterranean diets, low-fat diets. I even tried low-calorie diets. Now, what I found through those years of experience and study was that every single one of those diets resulted in some sort of weight loss. Almost none of them didn't work for me as far as bringing the number on the scale down. And you'd think, that's awesome, Scott, you figured it out. However, the common theme was that they never lasted long. I either got exhausted of eating the same foods and or had spent more money and time on trying to cook the foods. I noticed that my body's energy levels were actually never at full speed. I was also struggling to sleep some nights as well, just because either I was hungry, especially during my intermittent fasting days, or because my body was completely depleted of its energy stores, causing me to have headaches, extreme muscle soreness from my workouts. I wasn't recovering well. I felt like in order to keep up with the constant plateaus, I had to be constantly learning new diets and changing what I ate because of either food boredom or lack of enjoyment. I thought this was how it had to be in order to maintain a healthy lifestyle. So I carried on with life. And so through the years of my nutritional experiences, I saw constant improvement in my weight and strength. I still, however, struggled with finding the diet that I truly enjoyed. I guess I was odd in the sense that I was okay with constantly adapting to new healthy lifestyles. But I knew that wasn't going to sit for my future clients or brother. I still felt like I hadn't quite achieved that nutritional lifestyle that I'd imagined teaching my clients. Now, continuing through my journey, I ended up graduating from the University of Kansas with a bachelor degree in biology, emphasized specifically in the study of the human body and pre-medicine. I started my life experiences out of college working on an ambulance and becoming a firefighter, including almost 3 years of patient care work at the University of Kansas Hospital. Don't mind that goofy pose I have there. That's just who I am. As my life was moving along, I ran into probably the biggest hurdle I've ever experienced in my life. Something that was so devastating that I felt like my life as a fitness and nutritional expert were over. I blew my back out at the age of 26. Now, this was the hardest thing and the most painful thing I'd ever experienced. What I thought was a small bulging disc turned out to be something so much worse. For 7 weeks, I was completely bedridden and totally incapacitated. I couldn't stand much longer than 10 seconds before I felt like my leg was being torn off. Physical therapy was impossible due to the fact I was totally immobile. I went and had what felt like the longest MRIs of my entire life performed on my lower lumbar spine, and the results, according to my main doctor, were devastating. So if you look at this MRI, you can see where the red circle is and the big black object totally cutting off the nerves running down my left leg. Now, my doctor diagnosed me with an 11 millimeter herniated disc on L5 and S1. He informed me that a minimally invasive surgery called a microdiscectomy needed to be performed. He told me it was nothing to worry about. And, a lot of athletes deal with this. It's an in and out kind of surgery. But he also advised me that if I didn't get the surgery to remove the herniation, especially with one that large, there was a possibility of me losing total feeling and strength in my entire left leg. We immediately scheduled an appointment with an orthosurgeon at KU Med. Fortunately, they couldn't see me for an initial consultation for 2 weeks, which meant 2 weeks of total immobility, bed baths, urinals, and even some bedpans. That was the longest 2 weeks of my life. The day of the consultation finally came, and I had to make a grueling and painful 1-hour commute to Kansas City to meet with the specialist. When I got there, I had no idea what was in store for me. After meeting with the orthosurgeon, he told me I had not one, but 2 massive herniated discs, one on L4, L5, and another on L5S1. He informed me that these were 2 of probably the biggest herniated discs he'd ever seen. On top of that horrible news, he told me I had what was called a pars defect, which is a hairline fracture of the spine. Now, this was most likely due to the explosion of disc that occurred when I had herniated. But at this point, I was in tears in the doctor's office. I couldn't take any more bad news. All I could think of was how my healthy lifestyle was going to be over because I could never exercise again. I was going to go back into my college body and continue to gain weight. But unfortunately, the doctor wasn't over. He explained to me that on top of all of this, I also had a rare congenital disorder that was most likely the culprit for the pars defect and the 2 herniations. It was called spondylolisthesis, which is a spinal disorder in which a bone or a vertebrae actually slips forward onto the bone below it. So if you think of your vertebrae should move together like this, right? Well, mine, unfortunately, were moving over each other like that. Unfortunately, the even more devastating news was that since this was also a neurological disorder, he, as an orthosurgeon, couldn't operate on it. It was going to take 4 or 5 more weeks of consultations and waiting for a date to operate. I was told that a 2-level open microdiscectomy needed to be performed, and that exercise was most likely not ever going to be the same for me, including having some arthritic symptoms at a very, very young age. My life was honestly shattered. For those painful, debilitating, and confidence-killing 5 weeks, I went through mental ups and downs, bouts of serious depressive episodes, and quite a bit of weight gain and muscle loss, and even some muscle atrophy. After coming to terms with my situation, I had an aha moment that my beautiful girlfriend brought to my attention. My girlfriend reminded me of the reason why I got into studying healthy lifestyles. She reminded me that my main reason for pursuing a career in healthy lifestyles was because of my brother, Stephen. She said Stephen has spent 32 years of his life with a physical handicap that has always hindered his experience with fitness and nutrition. But his attitude on life and the adaptations he has had to make have kept his doubts low and his spirits high. If he can do this for 32 years and not be successful, and not only be successful, you can do this as well. He was your role model, and he still is. And so that's when I finally embarked on my physical and nutritional healthy lifestyle. For those 5 weeks in bed, I read just about every book I could on back injuries and physical fitness, including books on tons of different types of diets. Now that's when it hit me. I finally found the gold at the end of the rainbow. It was the perfect diet, fit for anyone and everyone to enjoy, focused on balance, portion, quality, and even simplicity. Something that anyone could learn how to master. Something that allowed people to eat what they enjoy and can sustain for the rest of their lives. So I reminded myself that a healthy life isn't always about fitness. You can't achieve a healthy body image by simply exercising. That's only a tiny part of the equation. The other crucial part of the equation was nutrition, and I'd finally solved it. I finally found the diet that could be easily taught and implemented with all of my clients. After surgery, I decided to take a photo of myself to show where I was at the beginning, a place that I was only going to be really for a short period of time. And this is me 13 weeks ago. This wasn't the end. This was honestly just the beginning. I spent my days focusing on this simple step-by-step strategy that 4 weeks later started shaping my body back into the shape it used to be. You can see the nasty old scar there. Now, this is me 4 weeks after surgery, following my simple step-by-step strategy. Obviously, there is still swelling where that surgical site is, but this new nutritional lifestyle was working, and I was enjoying the foods I wanted to eat. Now, 18 weeks after my surgery, I have arrived back to where I was physically using this simple step-by-step strategy. Finally, after 18 weeks post-surgery, my life has come full circle, and I am back to where I was. Except this time I have the secret strategy to nutritional and physical success. And that's what this whole training is really about. So go ahead and grab a pen and paper so that you can start taking notes. So right now, you may feel like you have too much to balance in a day and there's no way to fit in traveling to the gym, working out, coming home and showering, and then cooking a healthy meal. Maybe every new diet you try feels like a failed attempt because despite your hardest efforts to stick to the plan, you seem to plateau, fall back, or not see any progress, which leaves you throwing in the towel on reaching your healthy lifestyle goals. Or maybe you've seen some results from a previous diet and you seem to be making small steps forward, but you just can't afford eating foods you don't enjoy, or you spend way too much time in the day grocery shopping for those weird, hard to pronounce foods and then spending a ton of time in the kitchen trying to learn how to cook it. Now I want you to pause for a moment, close your eyes, and just imagine a world. Now imagine a world where you know exactly what you need to be eating to achieve those healthy lifestyle goals and how to balance and portion your meals subconsciously. Imagine a world where you have more free time each day, a world where you can spend more time doing the things you love and even enjoying some donuts with your loved ones on occasion. Imagine a world where you can stop wasting your time on fad diets that have an end date, but rather a world where you live a healthy lifestyle where you can habitually and confidently consume foods that are portioned, balanced, and healthy for you. Again, imagine a world where your fear of not knowing what you're doing when planning your healthy grocery list is really only a distant memory, and you've joined the ranks of the master healthy lifestylers, or whatever you want to call it. The truth is that this simple system is already changing thousands of people's lives, just like it could yours. And these people, including myself, were all at the same point in their life, just like you might be right now. So you may be asking, how did they do it, Scott? Well, I spent 5 years at the University of Kansas studying all about the science of the human body. 3 years as a certified nurse's assistant at the University of Kansas Hospital, 2 years as a certified personal trainer, 2 years as 2 years as an emergency medical technician, 1 year as a firefighter, and 10 years in total practicing and mastering the art of nutritional and physical fitness. Now, because after my experience with having back surgery and the relationship I have with my brother, I was determined to master this skill and share it with as many people as possible. I spent these last 13 years cumulatively trying to piece together what would make the most optimal lifestyle as far as health goes. And I finally decided to share what I have been working on in this training. Throughout my many years of studying, experiencing, and teaching, I have put together the 6 blocks to health. What I've learned through my entire journey is that each one of these blocks is crucial to allowing you to walk up the stairs towards a healthy lifestyle. So as you can see here, the 6 blocks consist of motivation, education, balance, fitness, nutrition, and habit. So with motivation, a prime example of this would be New Year's resolutions. Who in here who has been to a gym in the early parts of January? You know, I can tell you personally that when I go into the gym on New Year's Eve, I could practically hear crickets because the gym is hardly busy. But when I go back in on the 1st or the 2nd of January, I struggle to find a parking spot that isn't across the street, 2 blocks down and 3 miles west. But come March, I'm back to hearing those crickets again. That would be considered a lack of motivation. Education. Now, picture yourself in the grocery store and you're trying to decide if you should get low-fat milk or the whole milk. You think low-fat makes sense, but you aren't truly sure if that's the healthy option. Now, balance. Imagine for a second that you're in the kitchen about to cook up some breakfast. You've always heard that eggs in the morning are a healthy option because they're high in protein, but you aren't sure what to put with those eggs. You think, well, maybe bacon or sausage, but you don't know if that's a properly balanced meal. What else should you put with those eggs and bacon? Or what should you take away? So fitness. The next block is the next block. And this would probably be the one that you're most familiar with. You realize that by not working out, you will never burn off that extra fat, which is true, but not entirely the only thing you need to focus on. Actually, in my years of studying and research, I found that fitness is honestly only 25% of weight loss and muscle gain. It's still absolutely crucial for a healthy lifestyle, but not the only part of the puzzle. Nutrition is actually the other 75%, which leads me into the next block, being nutrition. So nutrition mixed with balance has actually been the core focus of my research over the last 10 years. And this is what I ended up teaching, and this is what I end up teaching you and focusing on the most inside the prep school. And the last block is habit. It's, of course, your lifestyle. This is where dieting comes to an end and habit takes a step forward. Inside the prep school, we teach habitual, healthy lifestyles. So healthy living that won't end after a month, but rather be a practice you follow for the rest of your life. Now, the biggest thing I learned from my experience and research was that everyone that truly lived a healthy lifestyle had integrated all the blocks into their daily life. Not one block was missing. Missing a block could mean that maybe you lost interest in the foods you were eating because you were forcing yourself to eat them, which would fit into the habit category. It could have been that you didn't know what was healthy to eat or how to properly work out, which would fit into fitness and education. Or maybe it was that you ate a very low-carb diet and it worked for a while, but then you plateaued, which would fit under balance. All in all, the core content within the prep school is focused around these 6 blocks. Each module within the school walks you step by step through the 6-block system. Now, in the chat box, go ahead and type which category you think you're lacking in your life. This way I can kind of get an idea of where everyone stands. So while you're doing that, I'm going to grab a quick drink. All right. So it seems like a lot of people are lacking not necessarily fitness, which doesn't surprise me, but lacking nutritional education, balance. Yep. And then you got Steve again here who said that, yeah, he struggles with the habit. Yeah. And that's honestly one of the hardest parts is that first month of you trying to stick with a plan usually goes decent, but it's that second, third, and fourth month where you start to fade. And so what we really focus on in the prep school is how to maintain and sustain that habitual lifestyle. All right, let's move on here. So I had a client ask me one time after one of our personal training sessions why her friend Beth, or one of my other clients at the time, seemed to be losing weight so fast while she was working out just as hard, but wasn't noticing any changes. And that led me into some new research I wanted to gather, and it led me to several new discoveries. And what I found is this. I discovered that there was 3 huge mistakes that people were making when trying to follow the 6-block system. I discovered that these people had only some knowledge of their body and how to optimize the 6 blocks of a healthy life. I also discovered that people didn't know how to properly balance their meals. I found out that when people heard the word macronutrients, they got overwhelmed. So who here in the training can tell me what their macronutrients are and what balance of those macronutrients should consist of? So we'll see what you guys say. Have, yep, looks like Sherry has no idea. Yeah, okay. So Jeff says protein, fats, and carbs. So Jeff, that is correct. Those are your macronutrients. So question is, what do you think the balance should be? What percentages? Okay. Yeah. And it does. It depends on a lot of factors. And that's one of the things we cover inside the prep school. And one thing we'll kind of talk about in this training as well. So we can kind of debunk um, macronutrients. All right. So I found that this was actually a big factor in people who were pursuing a healthy lifestyle. The third mistake, which is semi-correlated to the macronutrients imbalance, was that people were failing to eat the proper types of food and instead eating these meals at the wrong times of the day. And I'm sure most of you have heard of the saying, abs are made in the kitchen. Well, whoever originally coined the term was onto something, because abs are, in fact, made in the kitchen. And that's where the SJC Fit Prep School comes into play. Now, think of a sporty, expensive vehicle. Now, some of you may not know a ton about cars, but some of those more expensive sporty vehicles require the higher grade gasoline in order to operate at optimum performance. But what happens when you don't put the right type of fuel into those cars? The car will start failing or falling apart and maybe even break down, correct? So think of your bodies like those really expensive sporty cars. Our bodies also require the proper type of food and or higher grade foods to operate at optimal performance. But unfortunately, no one was ever given a healthy lifestyle manual until now. Unless you went to school and studied this stuff, you may be relying on TV and or your friend to give you the answers on how to achieve a healthy lifestyle. Now, here are the 2 main reasons why weight loss doesn't stay consistent or work at all, really, for people. Reason number 1 is being the difference between what a fad diet is and what a healthy lifestyle is. So two researchers, Sherry Pagodo of the University of Massachusetts Medical School in Worcester, Massachusetts, and Bradley Applehans of the Rush University Medical Center in Chicago, both called for an end to the so-called diet wars, because they are all equally as good or bad in helping people fight obesity. In the end, patients only get confused thinking that one diet is superior to another. They said when in fact changes in lifestyle, not diet types, are the true ways to prevent weight gain and the associated ills of diabetes and circulatory disease. So let's go ahead and take a look at this on the graph, simply for comparison. Now, some of you on this call may fit into this type of graph right now. You've tried multiple different diets and maybe you had some weight loss, maybe you did, or maybe you didn't have weight loss. You've probably noticed that most of the quick diets that you've tried, you either stuck with it for a period of time but got bored of the foods, or maybe you hated the foods, but you were sticking to it just to see some of the weight loss. You can't see yourself eating foods like this for the rest of your life. Now, something that all of these diets do have in common, though, are that they all have an end date. They are a 30-day or 60-day or 90-day plan where you quote unquote diet in hopes of losing weight. With an end date in mind, you can't possibly create a healthy lifestyle. Overall, you might be enjoying yourself, but you feel too restricted with your nutrition. And you might even feel like you're a prisoner to your own daily nutrition. You wish you could be enjoying nutrition a little bit more, but you miss your favorite foods. Now, a lot of you may be making the mistake of jumping on the fad diet bandwagons. Trust me, we've all done it. I've been there. So really, in order to avoid doing this, you need to be asking yourself these simple questions first. Are you losing weight or at least feeling healthier? How consistent is your nutrition? Does the diet have an end goal, or can I see myself doing this for the rest of my life? Am I enjoying the foods that I'm eating? So let's look at what Sherry Bradley Applehans said about lifestyles. They said changes in lifestyles, not diet types, are the true ways to prevent weight gain and the associated ills of diabetes and circulatory disease. So let's go ahead and take a look at this graph again for a healthy lifestyle. Now, the difference between this graph and the other is that when you live a healthy lifestyle, your weight loss will naturally fall off. You will stay consistent because you're enjoying the lifestyles you've chosen. There really isn't a duration with a healthy lifestyle because it's the way you choose to live the rest of your life. You'll be much happier, stronger, and even smarter in the long run. Now, you're probably saying, Scott, of course, that is what a healthy lifestyle is. I think we all know that because that's why we're here on this webinar. Now, we want to know how to achieve this lifestyle. Yes, you're absolutely right, but here's the catch. You see that arrow on the graph? Yeah, the one that blue arrow pointed diagonally up. This arrow represents the time it takes to see results, and these results can take up to 3 or 4 months. I always like to tell my clients on the first day of our meeting what they should expect when they venture out on this journey. And the first 4 months are the most important. The journey will be very challenging, especially towards the beginning of that arrow. And that's actually where I fit into our whole journey, is right at that beginning. Because it is the hardest, and it's also the most vital to your success. At the end of month 1, you're going to go ahead and start feeling stronger and more confident. At the end of month 2, you're going to start seeing a difference with your body. You'll start noticing jeans fitting looser, pounds dropping on the scale, and even a little bit of definition. At the end of month 3, your close friends and family will start noticing the difference in your body. And at the end of month 4, everyone else will start seeing big changes in your body. So how do we get you to month 4 and on your way to a new lifestyle without falling into another one of those fad diets? Well, this image here pretty much sums up the entire 10 years of my experience and research toward living a healthy lifestyle. There are 6 blocks to living a healthy lifestyle, all of which are equally important and crucial to the success of your weight loss goals. However, they must all be integrated together in order to truly succeed. Now, without keeping you on this webinar for an entire day of lecture, I want to touch on what I believe is the absolutely #1 block that you really need to master and what I've mastered. And that block is what I call balance. In order to enjoy the foods you love to eat and at the same time drop the weight that you hate to carry, you need to start with understanding how to balance your meals properly, and more specifically to your own body. By mastering the balancing block of the SJC Fit Prep School, you will, 1, feel confident in your abilities to form a healthy meal, and 2, you will also feel comfortable in balancing your meals so that your body is given the fuel that it desperately needs in order to become the healthiest you can be. So no more cookie cutter boxed meals or frozen foods sent to your house at the cost of an arm and a leg. Trust me, I've been there. And more specifically, no more guessing what you should eat. So really quick, how many of you out there feel confident in your understanding on how to balance your macronutrients and portion your meals properly? If you feel confident, go ahead and type yes in the chat box. If not, go ahead and type no in the chat box. Yeah. So it looks like a lot of you don't feel confident, and that's okay. You got to start somewhere, and that's where I step in. So how many of you believe that balancing your meals and portioning your meals would make a huge difference in your life? Type yes in the chat box if you feel like that would help, or go ahead and just type no if you don't believe so. Yes, 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 yes. All right, so we got a resounding yes. That's great to hear. Well, I believe balancing is a crucial part of your healthy lifestyle journey, which is why I spent the last 2 years building the prep school in order to teach as many people the art of living healthy. I've implemented this simple step-by-step strategy with all of my clients and have really only gotten rave reviews from them. Plus, I couldn't believe how fast they were losing weight and feeling happier than ever before. So what is this simple step-by-step strategy that you can use to balance and portion all your meals? Well, first off, let's take a look at what the proper balance of your meals should really look like. When balancing your meals, you should be looking at the most important nutrients your body uses to operate, which are those macronutrients, or what you might hear some people reference them as macros. There are only 3 of these macronutrients that you need to worry about when balancing your meals, and they're protein, fat, of course, healthy fats, none of the greasy fast food stuff, and carbohydrates. Without diving too deep into the science behind what these macronutrients really are, I'll briefly skim over the surface so you can kind of follow along a little bit better and take some notes. Protein can be found throughout your body. It can be found in your muscles, bones, skin, hair, in virtually every other body part or tissue. It makes up the enzymes that power many chemical reactions, and it actually makes up the hemoglobin that carries oxygen in your blood. So just fun, crazy fact is that there's at least 10,000 different proteins that make up who you are. I just thought that was crazy and kind of a fun fact. You can write that down, but that's just for your own knowledge. The next important macronutrient is fat. Fats serve both as an energy source for your body and as stores for energy in excess of what the body really needs immediately. So basically what that means is that your fat stores are your backup energy buddies that are utilized when your body has really nothing else to burn. Fats are absolutely crucial to balancing your meals. You want to make sure that you avoid any of the fats that are unhealthy. So a good way to think about what fats are healthy for you and not healthy would be if you could ask yourself this one question. Is this fatty food naturally made, or is it man-made? If it's man-made, it's a no-go. If it is natural, then it's healthy for you. The third and equally as important macronutrient are carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are your main source of energy. They provide fuel for your central nervous system and energy for your working muscles. They also prevent protein from being used as an energy source and enable fat metabolism. Yes, fat metabolism. So they enable the burning of fat. As you can see, carbohydrates are honestly one of the more vital parts of your macronutrient balancing. However, as it is with the other 2 macronutrients, you want to be consuming the healthy types of these carbs. So if you aren't sure if it's healthy, go back to asking yourself the same question as before. Was this carbohydrate naturally made, or was it man-made? Now, for a more intense look on macronutrients and how to properly utilize them in correspondence with the time of day, you can find a more detailed study or course within the prep school. But for the sake of how important your time is, I can only briefly touch over the basics. So what is the proper balance of these macronutrients? Now, this isn't some uniformed, unpersonalized balancing, but rather a strategically calculated and manipulated balancing meant only for you based on your body type and activity level. The proper balance that every individual should be looking for is 40% carbohydrate, 30% protein, and 30% fat in each meal. The big difference from person to person is the portioning and the amount of quality foods you eat. Now, since all of that is very specific to your body type, I'm honestly unable to specify your exact diet, but rather give you an idea and understanding of how it should look from an outside perspective, balancing perspective. So how do you easily create a balanced meal without eating foods you don't enjoy? All right. A little bit of a lag there. All right, so you create a balanced meal by going through these exact steps. What type of food am I consuming? Is it a carbohydrate? Is it a fat? Or is it a protein? How much of this food am I consuming? What percentage of this macronutrient is in my meal compared with the other two macronutrients? And finally, do all three macronutrients meet the 40% carbohydrate, 30% fat, and 30% protein? You can see how these steps could be absolutely overwhelming to try and figure out with every single piece of food out there. Now, what if I told you that there was a much simpler system where all you had to do was find the food on a list and have the food automatically balanced out for you, no matter your body size? So as you can see here, this is a sample balanced and portioned meal. There's nothing complicated about this. You simply refer to the blocking chart that all my students within the prep school receive, find the foods you enjoy eating, multiply based on your specific body type, and then eat. So let's look at an example of a perfectly blocked out and balanced dinner that I threw together in under a minute. Now this blocked out meal is what we consider a one block meal. Now that may not make a whole bunch of sense to you, but when we discuss it a little bit more in detail within or inside the prep school. So for now, play along and pretend that you know what a block is. I'm going to try to explain very quickly what it is, an overview anyway. So knowing that this is a one block dinner, remember that number 1. By using that number 1, I choose a food within the protein. And now in this situation, I chose chicken breast as my protein source. So as you can see in that top left corner, you see protein. Chicken breast is 1 ounce, so that's 1 block. So simply, all you do is you take the macronutrient food, which is the chicken breast, and you times it by the total blocks for that meal, which is that number 1 that we referred to earlier. Then you simply repeat the process for each macronutrient source. So you repeat it for carbohydrates, and you repeat it for fats. It's a simple taking that number that's in the block and multiplying it by your total blocks for that meal based on your body type and your program that inside the prep school you learn how to create for yourself. So for this meal, a perfectly balanced 40% carbohydrate, 30% protein, and 30% fat would be 1 ounce of grilled chicken breast, which is 1 block of protein. Then you have 6 spears of baked asparagus, and I only split the carbohydrates in half because 1 block of asparagus is 12 spears, and to me that is a lot of asparagus. So as an example, you can do this. You can cut these blocks in half. You just have to make sure you fill them out again, if that makes sense. And I'll talk about it in one more second. So 6 spears of baked asparagus is a half block of carbohydrates because 12 spears are a full block. You're halving that. So you have a half cup of green beans, which is also a half block of carbohydrates. Both of those total 1 block of carbohydrates. So there's your 1 block of carbs. Now moving to fat. You need to find, and for this meal in specific, I chose 3 almonds. 3 almonds is 1 block of fat. Now you have your full 1 block balanced meal. Now say you want to eat a 2 block meal that you would have to simply replace the total blocks for that meal to 2 and multiply it by the quantity of the macronutrient source based on the reference guide found within the prep school. So for this example, that 2 block meal would look a little bit like this. You would have 2 ounces of grilled chicken breast, which is 2 blocks of protein. Then you would have 12 spears of baked asparagus, which would be 1 block of carbs. And then you do 1 cup of green beans, which is also 1 block of carbs, totaling that 2 blocks of carbs that you need. And then for the fat, you need to multiply those almonds by 2. So then you receive 6 almonds. So now you have a full aligned 2 block meal, and that's perfectly balanced. So this is a perfectly balanced 40-30-30 balanced meal. 40% carbohydrate, 30% protein, 30% fat. This requires no more trying to translate those nutritional facts on the back of your food. We're trying to figure out how much of that food you need to buy in the grocery store and cook. The only thing we are leaving out here is the portioning part of it. Unfortunately, since this webinar has people of all genders, body types, and activity levels, I can't show an example of a perfectly balanced and portioned meal for you guys. But within the prep school, we do teach you how to calculate your proper portions and what each meal should be blocked out to be. Then we walk you through understanding and designing your perfect meal plan. Of course, within the prep school, we never leave anyone behind. So I do offer a one-on-one virtual assistance consultation to discuss your meal plan and see if everything calculates out appropriately. Now, looking at your typical strategy walkthrough for each meal, it should be broken down a little bit like this chart is. Again, at the end of this webinar, if you have stuck it out to the end, you will get a copy of all these slides, including the strategy guide. So let's go ahead and fill in these blocks so that you can kind of see this process a little bit more visually. So as you can see, this process is pretty simple. There are 4 steps to balancing your meal. By using the reference guide found within the prep school, you can walk through this simple 4-step strategy without having to study all your food's nutritional labels and balancing your entire meal by adding numbers, balancing appropriately so that you can, hit your proper 40-30-30. Before I had started implementing my blocking strategy with my clients, they all were struggling with the same thing when trying to balance their meals. They felt that this process of balancing on their own was extremely daunting, and they were getting very confused on what foods fall under which macronutrient. And are they a healthy option? They were getting overwhelmed with trying to understand all the nutritional labels and how to match them appropriately with the other foods based on quantities and the qualities of the food. So as you can see, this made sense why my clients kept falling back with their diet plans and couldn't quite master the balancing and portioning aspect. Now, without paying a monthly arm and a leg for their own personal nutritionist, I was able to teach them this simple strategy so that they could implement their own healthy nutritional lifestyle without relying on other people to do it for them. Overall, they felt more confident, independent, and honestly healthier by following my strategies. So I just wanted to show you one of my clients' experiences with SJC Fit Prep School. Austin Robertson has been one of my clients for a while now and has shown significant growth in his own healthy lifestyle journey. He's been able to launch a new business and successfully run it for the last 2 years, all while still learning the strategies within the prep school. Austin says, "I own my own business and am always on the run. I could never seem to find a way to keep my healthy eating in check. I couldn't figure out why I always hit that afternoon slump, but then Scott taught me within SPS, SJC Fit Prep School, how to eat a balanced and portioned diet. Best part is I can eat what I want, even the donuts I enjoy every so often. I've been happier, sleeping much better, stress-free, and I've actually been able to save money. Grocery shopping is super easy because Scott teaches you how to exactly buy what you need and stay on your own blocked plan. This lifestyle couldn't be any easier." Well, I don't know if you're on this webinar, but thank you, Austin. Your success isn't necessarily from me because you're the one who did all the work and you were able and willing to learn. So Austin is a prime example of why I started studying and researching the nutritional methods I did. And so that's why I spent the next 2 years searching for the proper lifestyle plan that could be simply implemented in all of my clients' lives without breaking their bank, forcing them to eat foods they didn't enjoy, and overwhelming them with nutritional science. So this quote here is actually one of the few quotes I live by when training my clients. "Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day. Teach a man how to fish and you feed him for a lifetime." My end goal isn't to continue training you, but rather teach you methods and strategies I've accumulated over 10 years so that you can one day become a healthy lifestyle guru yourself. More specifically, without me. So let's go ahead and brainstorm kind of your process as a client should look when it comes to balancing your meals. So first, what you'll do is print off the blocking reference guide within the prep school. This guide is the tool that you'll basically call your best friend for a while until you start almost memorizing your blocks. The memorization process will actually start happening on its own just through practice, experience, and completion of all the modules within the SJC Fit Prep School. Secondly, you'll need a calculator, which in today's society is honestly an odd thing to own since we live with smartphones. So you won't even need that. But you will need a food scale. This is an extremely cheap one-time investment of maybe 15 to 30 bucks. Having that scale will assist you with avoiding the whole guessing game of how much food do I have. And then third is splitting your already balanced 40-30-30 and portion meals into plastic containers or Tupperware to stick into the fridge for a quick and easy grab and go each day. As long as you follow the steps within the prep school, you will soon become a master blocker, or whatever you want to call yourself. So imagine this. 3 months from now, you are sitting at home writing up your grocery list for the week. At this point, you've graduated from the prep school, you slept a full 8 hours the night before, you've already completed your 30-minute at-home workout that you wrote up with confidence. You're looking at your own food list knowing that you've chosen all the right amounts of macronutrients, balanced and portioned out. You are confident in the fact that your meals for the week are nutritionally healthy and are more specifically chosen because you enjoy eating them. You also realize that over the last 3 months, you've saved a tremendous amount of money on food following the strategies within the prep school. Your pantry is stocked with exactly what you need and nothing more. Your life is balanced, and you are proud to say that you've successfully achieved the healthy lifestyle you wanted. So the reality on a webinar like this is that every person is different. So we don't have the time or the ability to customize the perfect blocking plan for you. And that is why inside the prep school, we have the courses, workbooks, supplemental reference guides, and virtual assistants that can help you customize and personalize the lifestyle that fits specifically into your life. So remember this, friends. This is not just a theory. I've spent 10 years studying the science behind the perfect healthy lifestyle, and have implemented this program with over 30 of my VIP clients, and I've seen this work for people just like you. And also, I don't hope this works. I know it works. And I know you may be asking, well, I'm not nutritionally or physically savvy, and is this worth it for me, right? Well, let me challenge you by asking you this. What would it cost you to learn and do all of this by yourself? Or how much would it cost you to pay someone to do all of this for you for the rest of your life? The tools and supplies that I've already talked about in this training can be purchased for under 30 bucks. And when you become a student within the prep school, you'll be given a free lifetime access to the constantly updated workbooks and supplemental reference guides. You can never pay someone to do everything I have, and we'll show you inside the student zone for under a one-time cost for tools and resources of $30. You'll be looking at having to pay someone to do this for you on a monthly, even weekly basis. And that is the power of this step-by-step blocking strategy that is taught within the prep school. It's easily learned and duplicated. So in the end, what's all this about? It's about losing that extra weight and getting that summer body you've always wanted. I think every person can agree that achieving the body weight you might have had in high school would be optimal for 1, your overall health, and 2, even your confidence at the pool. I think we can also agree that it's about spending less time in the kitchen and even at the grocery store. Maybe you're a mother and have a big family. From driving around picking up kids and taking them to soccer practice, or even being busy with a business or going to work, how could you find the time to cook food every day and have time to pick the right foods at the grocery store so that all your meals are balanced? So we want you to get to a point where you feel confident in your nutritional lifestyle choices and can spend less time trying to research foods that would be healthy for you. And we also want you to lose that extra belly fat. It's also about saving your money and either keeping it in your checking account or using it to create life experiences with your family, friends, or even loved ones. We don't want you to be spending money you don't need to spend anymore. We want you to start feeling financially stable again when it comes to the expenses that you must spend in order to live. So, such as buying food. It's about understanding how to operate your body at peak performance. And most importantly, feeling confident in your lifestyle choices and subconsciously becoming a healthy lifestyle master. We don't want you to constantly be worrying about what you eat and how it might affect your body. So what we teach inside the prep school is how to create a habitual, healthy lifestyle. Now, when you combine all 6 blocks of the stepping strategies learned and adapted within the prep school, you will catch yourself, or not catch yourself, subconsciously living a healthier, stronger, and happier life. So to reiterate the overall purpose of the SJC Fit Prep School, it's about repaving, redirecting, and reshaping your life so that you can live happy, healthy, and strong. So as I was growing up, living with a brother who had a physical handicap, it's always been my mission to find the most efficient, simple, and quick way of allowing him to still live a healthy life, since he couldn't exercise to the full potential like most individuals. I knew from the get-go that I've always used physical fitness and nutrition as a way to maintain a happy, stress-free life. And I want that for my brother and all of my clients and all of you. I realized that even though modifying and creating 30-minute highly effective workout routines, my brother was still going to struggle with his nutrition. So like I always tell my clients, as long as you can devote 30 minutes a day, 5 to 6 days a week to working out, that's really all you need to do. There isn't any need to do anything more. But what is most important and actually will drop your weight, build muscle, and revitalize your life is your properly balanced and portioned nutrition. And that is what the prep school is all about. It's 10 years of experience and research all put together in a simple module workbook and supplemental research structure to guide you toward your perfect lifestyle. So let's go ahead and figure out why you're here. Is it A, to drop that extra weight that you might have built up over the years due to poor nutrition, work, stress, or even that extra fat accumulated after pregnancy? Or is it B, because you'd like to save time, energy, and your brain power when trying to figure out what to eat? Or C, because you'd like to spend less money on food and maybe fad diets that you've seen on those late night infomercials? We've all been there, we've all done it, it's okay. Or D, because you would like to learn more about the basics of nutrition and how to eat healthier. Or it could even be related to E. You'd like to better your overall quality of life so that you can spend more time with your loved ones in the long run. In other words, you would like to lengthen your overall life. Or maybe it's F, all of the above. So go ahead and type in the chat box why you're here by putting A, B, C, D, E, or F. All right. So it looks like a lot of Fs. All of the above. Well, that's great to hear. That is what the prep school is all about, and that's what my mission in life and my mission with this business is all about. I'm here to help you attain all of those. And so that's great that we're all on the same page, because if you ever decide to work with me now or in the future, it's important to me that we always connect back to this idea about why we do what we do. This isn't some fad thing that I believe in. This is about fighting against health-related issues that can be prevented with proper diet and fitness. I remember the biggest takeaway I had from working at the hospital for 3 years was that in that hospital setting, we took care of a big portion of individuals that had gotten to the point in their health that they were sadly burdened with disease and disorders such as cardiovascular disease, diabetes, which sometimes led to surgical amputation of body parts, high blood pressure, strokes, cancer, and even death. What was the most disheartening part about that, the entire experience, was that all of these patients had a choice at some point in their life to avoid those health-related issues. They had a choice to make the right decision about their health and take initiative with their fitness and nutrition. It was all totally preventable. One of the other big reasons why I got into health and fitness as a career was because I knew I could make a positive impact in people's lives and add years to people's lives so that they could spend more time with their loved ones and even participate in activities with their future grandchildren. I know that's one of my main goals. And so that's why I stepped away from my medical school studies and decided to take a step forward in preventative measures, which in turn saves not just my clients' health, but also saves them from paying the outrageous hospital fees that they could incur if they ever, God forbid, get diagnosed with a weight-related disease. So this prep school is the first stepping stone toward a healthier life. This is the quote-unquote block that will grant you with the knowledge and skill set to add back those years to your life and save you the future cost of your possible medical bills. This will give you or bring back your health, happiness, and strength. So really quick, how do I apply everything that I've learned during this webinar to my own life, right? Well, what is the how? So you could A, do it slowly by trial and error or piecing it together today with some of what I've taught. Or you can B, do it quickly using my simple step-by-step program within the prep school. The SJC Fit Prep School, which is an online coaching community and healthy lifestyle agency for individuals seeking a happy and healthy and strong life. So we're basically your virtual personal trainer, nutritional guide, virtual healthy lifestyle coach, and support community. So as a member of the SJC Fit Prep School, you gain access to all of the modules within this course. The modules work in an order that is meant to optimize your experience and overall knowledge of how to live a healthy lifestyle. It's also been specifically set up the way it has because I've found with my clients as they work through their healthy journey, they run into specific roadblocks that happen with everyone. And the modules and lessons within the prep school are meant to guide you along the path by repaving, reshaping, and redirecting you accordingly. So all of the modules are actually foundationally integrated with these 6 blocks. The modules and lessons include motivational tips and strategies that help keep yourself on the right path. This specific motivation block is meant to help you learn how to handle the situations and experiences that you undoubtedly will experience along the way. Creating a healthy lifestyle is a hard decision, which is why this motivational block is covered more specifically within the SJC Fit Prep School, because it is a crucial part to staying consistent and staying persistent as well. The modules spend a large amount of time teaching you the nutritional must-knows that will take you from an elementary school education to a graduate student mastery. The modules and lessons discuss the importance of balancing and portioning. Basically what we discussed and how to implement a very simple strategy that isn't time-consuming, takes less money, and is easy to master. We even cover the importance of fitness and how to maximize your nutrition plans with your exercise plans. So when to eat your foods, and more specifically, which types of foods you eat during the day. Lastly, we teach a foundational understanding of how to habitually create a lifestyle that you don't have to think about anymore. It will become ingrained to your daily routine that what you knew and practiced a year ago will only be really a distant memory of the times you didn't know what you were doing when you were trying to create a healthy lifestyle for yourself. Of course, the prep school includes a community of supporting and caring individuals who are all in the same boat. These people are experiencing the same things and jumping the same hurdles. So I find my clients have more success when they don't necessarily express their struggles with me, but rather express them with their peers. So here's a little sneak peek of what's inside the prep school. Module 1 is going to discuss understanding the foundation of a healthy lifestyle and why dieting doesn't work. We'll teach you when is the best time to work out and how you can optimize your nutritional timing to maintain energy throughout the day. Module 1 will also dive into the basics of nutrition and learning about the importance of macronutrients. We even teach you a little bit about the physiology of exercise and what it does to your body. We teach you how to eat healthy and continue to eat the foods you like to eat and can afford while still losing weight. We'll go into more detail about the simple step-by-step strategy that can strategically balance and portion all your meals. And we even talk about meal prepping and what you need to know when attempting to master it. In Module 2, we teach you we utilize all of the knowledge and skills learned in Module 1, and finally personalize and structure your perfect, healthy, nutritional lifestyle. We guide you through how to plan out your schedule so that you are maximizing results and boosting your metabolism at the same time. We assist you in learning how to grocery shop like a nutritional champ, all while cutting time, cost, and stress. Also, understanding the foods that you're putting in your cart. We more specifically teach you how to structure your perfect meal plan and guide you through designing your own healthy lifestyle. Then we use the simple blocking guide that I've referenced earlier on in this training and break it down so that you know how to use it specifically with the diet we've helped you build. In Module 3, we cover the mental battles you will undoubtedly incur and how to take those rough experiences and turn them into more positive ones. We'll give you the tips and tricks that are absolutely crucial to implementing when you take your first step through your healthy lifestyle journey. Things that are musts when you are venturing into the dark mental abyss of changing your lifestyle from an unhealthy one to a healthy one. Within this module, we assist you by walking you through setting very realistic and very specific yearly, monthly, weekly, and daily goals. We will guide you through, or more specifically, hold your hand, as you design and structure your healthy lifestyle goals. We'll teach you the importance of journaling and also how to properly keep a journal so that you can optimize your experience and make the best of your entire journey so that you can reach your goals stress-free. There will be lessons covering how to keep your nutritionally healthy lifestyles, all while still going out with your friends and maintaining that social life. The lessons will also include tips and tricks that you should be taking advantage of, honestly, right now. I'm taking advantage of them all the time when I go and spend time with my friends. And more uniquely, the school teaches you the science behind cheat meals and how to enjoy them while also tricking your body physiologically into actually losing weight faster. Yes, you can eat pizza and donuts and lose weight faster, as long as you're following the step-by-step strategy. So we will also give you access to our Facebook group, our private Facebook group, which is the online community. This community is meant to be utilized for support during your journey. It's a safe haven to go to when trying to fight the mental battles of reverting to your old ways. It's a place to create lifelong friendships with people that may live all the way on the other side of the planet, which I think is kind of cool. With joining the enhanced lifestyle package, you also get the 24/7 help desk support. We're guaranteed to respond within 24 hours. Now, this feature normally would cost you an additional $180 annually, but when you purchase the enhanced package, you get this as part of the bundle that I'll continue talking about for a total of 33% off. The help desk will provide either tech-savvy issues you might experience with the prep school or possibly questions you may have about nutrition and fitness. Any question is welcomed. We'll respond within 24 hours of your message being sent. Maybe you're planning your grocery list for the week and you're unsure of which 2 foods you need to opt towards. Or maybe what would be a good option to choose when you go out to a specific restaurant with friends. Or, hey, Scott, what do you think about this meal that I've put together? Does it balance with my 5-block meal? Or, Scott, hey, I've scheduled my workout for 5 p.m. What time of the day should I be eating a higher GI food? We are here to help you through the journey. However, we do strongly encourage you to finish and graduate from the entire prep school before you start asking and taking advantage of the nutritional and fitness help desk questions. Because the coursework within the prep school should teach you everything you will need to know to get you on your way towards a healthy lifestyle. The help desk, unfortunately, will not design and write your meal plans, but rather we teach you how to, and we support you through it. With the enhanced lifestyle package, we will grant you access to our monthly 30-minute prep calls. During these prep sessions, we will discuss any questions that you or anyone else in the prep school community might have, including new hot topics that will give you that extra edge each month to get you closer to your overall healthy goals. On occasion, we will even have special celebrity guests join us on the call. to discuss different hot topics each month. These calls will happen at the same time every month, usually the last Thursday of every month. If you happen to miss the call, a recording of it will be sent directly to your email inbox approximately 24 hours after I go live. I would also like to note that when you purchase the enhanced package, you receive this as a part of the bundle package. You will save 33% off when you purchase the bundle. Of course, if you would like to purchase the basic package, which doesn't include the monthly prep calls, you can add this feature as a single addition to your package. However, you do end up paying a total of an extra $180 a year. So I allow you to pick and choose between the monthly calls and virtual support, but if you customize it by purchasing one or the other, you end up paying an extra cost each month, totaling between $180 or $360 annually. So realistically, you're better off purchasing the enhanced package instead of purchasing the basic package and then upgrading your account later on with both the monthly prep call and 24/7 virtual support. However, I do give the option because I realize everyone is different and has different types of goals. So also when you enroll in the enhanced lifestyle package, you will receive full access to your library of workbooks, self-guidance tools, reference documents, blocking charts, and easy-to-use grocery lists that are built to make grocery shopping fun, quicker, and cheaper. Bet you never thought that grocery shopping could be fun. Well, I make it that way. This library will continuously be growing, and when you opt into any of the packages that SJC Fit Prep School offers, you will gain lifetime access to coursework, library, and community. So let me reiterate, I might have said this incorrectly. You get, with the basic and enhanced lifestyle package, you will receive all of these things. So you may be wondering, okay, Scott, hit me with it. How much is this going to cost me? So as I was sitting down with my research team, we were discussing how much it might cost someone to pay an individual to do all the things that we coach within the prep school. And this is what our research team delivered to us. The cost of hiring a personal nutritionist to assist you 2 to 3 times a week would cost you on the low end approximately $2,000 each month. And the cost of a gym membership that will include contract fees, cancellation fees, and a yearly signing agreement will cost you $25 a month. Of course, that doesn't include the one-time fees that you might see when you sign the contract, but those at times can cost approximately $100 to $150 one time usually. That depends, however, on the gym you would potentially decide to go to. Let's say you do get a gym membership. What do you plan on doing once you have gotten the membership? Unless you have previous experience with designing structured workout plans, you'll need to hire a personal trainer that will pay you per session. These costs can be as low as $500 per month. That brings your total monthly cost, not your total cost, to approximately $2,525. This is each month. You can see why this is extremely difficult to obtain unless you're an actor, celebrity, athlete, or heck, a millionaire. So my team and I wanted to create a program that would provide everyone an opportunity to create a healthier lifestyle without having to be rich. And as much as I want you all to stay on the programs I might offer in the future, I inevitably want you to graduate from the prep school and start taking control of your own life without the assistance of me anymore. Of course, once you become an alumni of the course, you will always have access to the prep school modules I'm offering today. Lifetime access is guaranteed. So looking at the research and bouncing numbers around, my team and I decided that the total cost for our clients would total a monthly cost of $79 per month. There are absolutely 0 contracts involved with this course. And if the course doesn't work for you or you don't feel like it's a good fit, you can cancel at any time, no questions asked. And just because I want to ensure that this is a good fit for you, I've included a 14-day free trial period where we don't touch your money at all, but instead allow you to give the prep school a test drive. You can go ahead and take advantage of full access to the courses, workbooks, Facebook group, and my 24/7 support email. or a support desk, including any other benefits you would receive with a full membership. And again, if within 14 days you don't like what you see, you can cancel your subscription without paying a dime, or nickel, or penny in that matter. You will have lifetime full access and lifetime full support from our master virtual assistants. These virtual assistants will answer any questions you might have about your daily lifestyle decisions. These guys are pros. They are legit. They don't do the designing of your meal plans, though, and exercise regimens, but they will answer any other questions you might have with a response time of 24 hours, absolutely guaranteed. So really quick, let me review the details of the prep school. You will gain free access to the entirety of my programs and benefits for a total of 14 days. Yes, we will not charge your card until after that 14-day trial period is over. Enrollment within the Enhanced Prep School will grant you lifetime access to the modules, workbooks, help desk support, and monthly calls. There are absolutely no contracts, and you can cancel at any time, which means if you don't like what you see within 14 days, we will honor a cancellation to your subscription before we withdraw anything from your bank. You will be able to still attend my free webinars in the future, but you will no longer have access to the modules and content within the prep school. Of course, we can still be friends, but the reality of it all is that this program isn't for everyone. It's for people who are trying to achieve a healthier lifestyle by losing weight, creating new healthy habits, and saving money at the grocery store. There's no temporary quick fad diets, but rather a structured program designed that will redefine your normal lifestyle into an optimized, healthy one. And you'll also receive the cumulative research experience and expertise that I've attained over the last 13 years. But I will also give you these bonuses. If you've enrolled in the basic or enhanced lifestyle package, you will receive a bonus exercise module that walks you through a pre-designed and strategically structured exercise regimen. This module will contain a 7-day workout plan that will reignite your metabolism and burn that stubborn belly fat in under 30 minutes, all done at the comfort of your own home without a gym membership and gym or no gym equipment. There will be follow-along workout videos and form videos that teach you about exercising and what part of the body each movement focuses on. You get to sweat a little and learn something new. Like I previously said, this bonus module will include workouts that are strategically designed so that no gym equipment or gym membership is required. This type of workout regimen has proven time and time again with all of my clients. It's built and designed to more efficiently boost your metabolism and cut fat. This type of training was initially intended for Japanese Olympians in the early 70s, but over the years has crept up in at-home routines all around the world. It's highly effective, and when combined with the prep school modules, you can quickly expedite your results. The big takeaway from this module is that by the end of it, you will feel comfortable enough to create your own healthy routines at home without my assistance. Or you could simply use my bonus workout regimen over and over throughout the course of your experience within the SJC Fit Prep School. You'll have lifetime access to these videos. If you again enroll in the basic or enhanced lifestyle packages, you will also receive another bonus module that provides you with some of my favorite blocked out meals. Ones that I've actually made time and time again. I trust in them, they taste good, I love them, and they are in my weekly meal preps. These bonus meals are ones that I incorporate into my own healthy lifestyle on a regular basis. They are all balanced and portioned correctly for a 3-block meal. This module will contain follow-alongs. Sorry, there was a little bit of lag on that slide. So this module will contain follow-along cooking videos to simplify the meal preparation process. The bonus module will also walk you through my favorite blocked out post-workout delight that will help you build a stronger and leaner body. In the bonus content, There will be cooking videos for every meal of the day, including one post-workout. There will be a breakfast, lunch, and dinner meal. This is perfect for combining with your bonus 7-day workout plan. And also included with the basic and enhanced lifestyle package, you will receive access to all the free downloadable bonus content, which include workbooks that go hand in hand with all the modules so that you can get the most out of your experience. There will also be bonus quizzes that are totally optional that will keep you engaged and promote retention of information. It can be filled out as you follow along all of the lessons. Then, of course, I will be giving you the blocking guide that you can download and print off to keep for yourself. This will allow you to always have the blocking chart in case you are at a restaurant or a grocery store and need to figure out what's required to properly balance your meal. So, to sum it up, if you want to lose weight and live healthy without spending more time and money on fad diets, SJC Fit is for you. You get the instant lifetime access to the modules within the SJC Fit Prep School, including workbooks, quizzes, and bonus modules. You will automatically be granted immediate access to all the content and future content that the SJC Fit private prep school community has to offer. You will again, after you've enrolled with the prep school, gain free full access to the entirety of the program in private Facebook group for a full 14 days. To reiterate, we will not touch your money until we know you are fully satisfied with the program and are on your way to changing your lifestyle for the better. And within the enhanced package, you'll also receive access to my private monthly prep sessions with Scott. It's a 30-minute online conference call with me that discusses questions and concerns you all might have, including a monthly hot topic, including access to the help desk, support from me and my team with a guaranteed response time of less than 24 hours. So now what I want you to go ahead and do is go to sjcfit.com/our courses. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is temporarily pause my screen. So you may see the screen go away for a second, but I'm going to go ahead and open up my Safari and show you the steps you'll need to go through in order to get yourself set up. So give me 1 second here. Let's see if we can switch screens. All right. So when you go to the sjcfit.com/our courses, it should take you to this screen right here. On this screen, it reiterates everything you get with the programs, with the bachelor or the basic lifestyle package. You also see here I show the graduate program or the enhanced lifestyle package. So the big difference here is the private monthly call with Scott, along with access to current and future recordings, along with that 24/7 help desk support. And that comes with the enhanced lifestyle package. These are all part of a bundle, so you actually save a significant amount of money a year when you do that, about $360 annually. With the bachelor program, you get the very basic lifestyle package. You get access to the course, you get all the quizzes, the bonus modules, the private Facebook group community. There again, with both of these packages and programs, there's no contracts. You can cancel at any time. And lastly, you get access to it for free for 14 days. So if on that 14 day you don't like what you see or it's not working out for you, it's totally fine. You can cancel at no cost to you and no questions asked. So again, there's a little bit more talk about what's within the course. There's some images here. And of course, from here, let's go ahead and you would choose one of these. You would choose either the basic lifestyle package or the enhanced lifestyle package. So within, let's go ahead and choose the enhanced lifestyle package. That would take you to this right here. All right, so as you can see, graduate program, it kind of gives you another little brief rundown, free 14-day trial. And this section right here where it says 30-minute private call with Scott, I will explain that in a second. This is specific to the webinar right now. But if you click on this video or in this image, it will not take you anywhere. You actually have to go up here right below this other content, same thing, hit purchase offer. And from here, you actually create your account. This is where you're going to be filling out all the information that will basically be used to access your library and access the course, the prep school. You will put in your billing information at this time, but it will not charge your account. I repeat, it will not take any money out of your account. You will not see a dime missing until after that 14-day free trial period has ended. Again, there are no contracts, and you can cancel at any time. So you'd fill all this stuff out, you'd complete your purchase, and it would immediately take you to your library. I will send you an immediate email to your email inbox showing you steps as far as what you need to do. There will be a tutorial showing you kind of how to operate within the prep school and how you can take full advantage, and along with some other content and tips and tricks that I think are absolutely crucial to making the entire experience the best that it can be. So I'm going to go ahead and take you inside the prep school real quickly, kind of give you a rundown of what it looks like once you've gained access. So once you're inside the prep school and you've gained access, this is what it's going to look like. I absolutely love this platform. It's been extremely wonderful. It's been very simple, easy to use. So as you can see, as you're working your way through this, you're going to see right here, this progress bar is going to show you your completion of the entirety of the course. So as you can see, this kind of keeps you in track, lets you know the overall progress you've made throughout the entire course. As you scroll down, you'll see that there's different modules. The welcome module here is that tutorial video again, if you didn't receive it in the thank you email or in the confirmation email. Lesson 1 moves on to the next module, the basics of a healthy lifestyle. So let's go ahead and click on one of these guys. So as you can see, these are all the courses and lessons that you will receive. So as you are moving through, let's go ahead and choose one of these so I can show you real quickly what it looks like on the inside. So as you can see, when you click on one of the lessons, it immediately takes you to the inside of the lesson. There will be a massive video that you can click on right here. We'll start you off through here. So you can see it's starting to play. Perfect. And then it will jump right into the video.
Welcome back. Scott Combs here.
All right. So as you can see, this whole video right here is one of the lessons. You'll get video lessons and tutorials on all of them. And if in future reference you realize you wanted to watch a video again about macronutrients or something along those lines, if you don't want to watch the entire video, you can actually see that each video has a very quick overview of what is talked about. Or, of course, you can do a quick search for macronutrients and it'll pull up all the videos related to that. Very easy access. There's downloads right here. These all come with the enhanced and basic package and with the bonuses that are offered in today's webinar, including modules, different workbooks, quizzes, reference guides, everything, supplemental information that you'll need for the course. You'll gain full access to that lifetime, and you'll get access to it even in that 14-day trial period. So seeing that, let's go ahead and go back to the webinar. All right, so let's wait till we can see here. All right. All right, so here again is a really quick recap of what you get within the enhanced package. You get the Prep Health Lifestyle modules. You get the Prep workbooks, quizzes, bonus modules, bonus content, bonus supplemental reference guides. You get the 30-minute monthly prep sessions with Scott, along with the future and present recordings. You get access to the private SJC Fit Prep School Facebook group. You get the 24/7 help desk support with a guaranteed response time within 24 hours. You will get immediate access to current and future recordings. or content within the community Facebook group. You will also get full lifetime access to all of this. And don't forget the free 14-day trial period that you will receive immediately after you have enrolled. There are 0 contracts, and you can cancel at any time. Absolutely no questions asked. I only include these last 3 perks because I want to ensure your experience with SJC Fit is 100% enjoyable and fit exactly for you. It's okay if before that 30-day period, or that, 14-day period, you've decided this isn't for you. That's okay. Our feelings won't be hurt. We just want you to be happy with our services and online software products. But if you enroll during this webinar within the 15-minute timer that I'm about to post, or within the first 10 people to enroll in the enhanced package, I will give you'll get a bonus 30-minute virtual assistance consultation with me. Yes, that's a one-on-one consultation with me. It can be over the phone or it can be video, whichever you're more comfortable with. In this session, we will cover whatever questions or concerns that you have as a student and hopefully soon to be graduate of the prep school. We can discuss your blocking and what you could maybe tweak within your plan. Unfortunately, we won't have enough time to program your blocking plan because that is what the program is for, and we wouldn't be able to squeeze that really into 30 minutes. We can discuss strategies on exercise programs that might be more fitting with your schedule. We can discuss some nutritional questions you might have. We can also discuss any motivational or goal-oriented issues you might be experiencing. We can discuss anything that might have to do with your healthy lifestyle, anything that you might be struggling with. So this is a one-time offer that is only available when you apply for the enhanced lifestyle package within the 15-minute timer, or if you're within those first 10 people to enroll. And I'll post that timer in one quick second. And like I did see, one thing to note, this 30-minute virtual assistance consultation is a $99 value. That is what I charge for a half hour. Again, this is everyone's time is valuable, and I have a lot of consultations that I am running through on a daily basis, very busy schedule, which is why it's cost $99 for a half hour. But within this timer and the first 10 people to enroll, you get this feature and benefit totally free. It's totally part of your bundle package. So what I want you to go ahead and do right now is go to sjcfit.com/our courses. Scroll down, click the button, and submit your registration. You can do this while the webinar is still going on. This is a perfect time to start asking questions in the chat box while you're going ahead and doing that. So while you're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and show you some more testimonials from previous clients. So here's another testimonial of a client of mine who's actually in St. Louis. Her name is Marge. So I had always struggled to lose that last bit of weight that I'd wanted to and see that final transformation. I tried to do the things right and exercise when I could and cook a healthy meal every now and then, but it never was able to help me lose those last few pounds. What was the hardest for me was doing it alone. I felt like I never had the motivation to keep at it. But having Scott's help with meal planning, the workbooks, and the exercises, I felt like I finally had the knowledge base and push to keep me going. Although the videos and workbooks were definitely helpful, after putting together my own grocery list and meal plans, it made me feel even better about my new lifestyle to talk to Scott about it one-on-one and tweak a few final things. It gave me the confidence to feel like I was really making a difference in my life. And in the end, I finally started to see my body composition changing into what I really wanted to see. All right. So Marge, if you're there, if you're watching this webinar, thank you so much. Again, this was all your work. You put all the work into it, and you deserve every bit of it. Every bit of the results. So right now, go ahead and go to sjcfit.com/our courses. Fill out the application and hit complete the registration. The entire process will only take about 5 minutes or so. It will be very quick and easy to fill out. And you will also immediately gain access to the program. Remember, the survey after you've enrolled is a lot like our first date, and it's very important that you fill the questions out thoroughly so that I can get to know you a little better. So go ahead and go to sdcfit.com/our courses, and I'm going to go ahead and start the 15-minute timer. So let's get this guy going. All right. The timer is going. Let's scoot this guy right over here. All right. So, like I said, I've already started the timer, as you can see. So at this time, go ahead and comment in the chat box, ask any questions. I will give you answers the best that I can. And so while you guys are thinking about which questions to ask, I'm going to go and grab a quick drink just to kill some time while you guys are thinking about what you want to ask. And that timer will be running. These bonuses will be applied within this timer. So give me one quick second. All right. All right. So question, yes. So do you have the opportunity of getting if you do the basic package, will you still get that 30-minute private session with me? Unfortunately, no, that bonus is only offered with the enhanced package because it ties right along with that 24/7 help desk support and the monthly calls, along with a lot of content and stuff that the enhanced package really only has access to. So unfortunately, it only goes with the enhanced package, but you do get it if you do the 14-day trial period, where that period is totally free. So as long as my schedule is not totally booked, we can get you scheduled in on a time and get you in and out. Like I said, I strongly prefer you to finish the course because I don't have enough time, especially 30 minutes, to design the program for you. That's what this online fitness software is for. It's designed to help you do it yourself, and then I'm here to hold your hand, help you through the whole process, and teach you how, and maybe tweak a few things within your program. So unfortunately, no, it's only with the enhanced package. So go ahead and submit the application at this time because we look at the time the applications are submitted so that we can separate the first 10 members to sign up first from the rest. However, please don't enroll if you aren't interested in taking the course and joining the community. Again, this is for a special type of person who's looking to make a pretty big change in their life so that it will allow them to create the healthy lifestyle they've always wanted. Some of my clients are losing 30 to 40 pounds. Of course, I can't guarantee that for you, but it is definitely results that I've been seeing with all my currently dedicated clients. If you put in the work, you keep an open mind, and you trust the system, you will be right with those clients that are losing 30 to 40 pounds. But it's based on your efforts within the program. But like I said, I can't guarantee any of that stuff. All right, so let's see any other questions. Yes, another question about the one-on-one consultation. Okay. Yes, if the timer runs out or if you are not amongst the 10 people to enroll within that 15-minute timer, I do offer an additional purchase to that one-on-one consultation. It is, again, it's $99. Like I said, it's for a half-hour session. So that is offered if you do not end up getting within that first 10 or within the 15-minute timer. That option is still there. It's very similar to if you get the bachelor program, you get the opportunity to purchase the monthly calls, but you also get the opportunity for the 24/7 help desk support. The only downside is you're paying the full price on those, so you are paying an additional. If you were to get both of those additions, you're paying about $360 extra annually. And then, of course, if you do the 30-minute session with me, that's an additional $99. So that's why I strongly urge that you get on to sjcfit.com/hour-courses, that you get on there, you fill out the application, you take advantage of the free 14-day trial period, and you get your name in there so that you can get the bonus of that one-on-one consultation for free and save yourself $100. And when you do the enhanced package, you're already saving money with getting the monthly prep calls and the 24/7 help desk support. All right, so go ahead and continue typing questions in the chat box. If your questions don't get answered, it probably is because I'm honestly trying to pick and choose what questions might appeal or apply to most of the people on this webinar. All right, cool. So it looks like there's just under about 9.5 minutes left on the timer for that bonus. So I'll continue to answer any questions that you might have. All right, so looking at the results, the 10 people, looks like we have 4 people so far have signed up for the 14-day trial, which means there are 6 spots left with just over 9 minutes left on the timer. Looks like Aaron is asking, what kind of experience do you need to see results with the course? Just like reiterate a little bit, the way this course was designed and the way that I wanted it designed was that I wanted it as simple as possible. I wanted it to be the initial step that you would need to make to getting that healthier lifestyle. So with that being said, it requires zero experience. It requires no PhD. It requires no degree. It doesn't even require an elementary education. As long as you have a computer and internet and an open mind with a pen and paper, and you follow along to a T in order with the modules, you will see results within 4 months. And I can't guarantee the exact results, but you will see positive impacts in your life. And so I wanted to make this program as user-friendly as possible so that when you went into it, you didn't need to know anything. You didn't have to have any experience, and that each module and lesson really covers the basics, covers the things that you really need to know, and really the only things you need to know if you're wanting to seek that body that you wanted for summer, or if you just wanted to lengthen your life, or whatever your goals are with fitness and nutrition. All right. Looks like we've got about a little over 7 minutes left. Okay, friends. So thank you for taking the time out of your day to attend this training. I think I'm going to go ahead and hop off, but keep the timer running. So there is about, like I said, about 7 minutes now left to submit that enrollment application and get your spot reserved, or submit that to get that 14-day free trial and get your spot reserved so that you can reap the benefits offered in today's webinar. So I know your time is valuable, so I won't keep you beyond the timer, but I will continue to answer questions, periodically check in while that timer is going, so that you might ask in the chat box. So please feel free to ask away. Looking at the results of how many people have signed up, looks like let me see. Okay, so it looks like we have about 3 spots left. 3 spots left. People are signing up for that 14-day trial. Like, again, just hop on to sjcfit.com/hour-courses and fill out that application, create your account, plug in your billing information. Like I said, nothing is touched in your account. You are not billed. You are not charged, not a single penny. This is simply just to get you into the library and get you access and that test drive so you can see what it feels like and see what the course offers. So looks like we got 5:45 left. So I will continue to answer questions that you might ask in the chat box. So go ahead and continue asking. There's not much time left, so I might just stay on here until that timer runs out, and then it'll be a pretty prompt prompt ending of the webinar because I know your time is valuable, and this has been a pretty long long webinar. All right, so friends, you have about 5 minutes left to submit your enrollment application before the extra bonuses are removed. I just wanted to say thank you to all the people that applied during the call so far. I'm looking forward to receiving your applications and reviewing them so that I can start to get to know you a little bit better. So far, we have, looking at how many spots we have 2 spots left. If you would like to keep your spot and lock in your time of submission on the application, again, go to sjcfit.com/our courses to be the first 10 to receive the extra bonuses. Again, there's 1 spot left. So let me go ahead and check the chat box one more time. Yes, you will receive access to this webinar training. Once this is recorded, it has to go through a download process. It can take up to 24 hours, sometimes a little longer, but you will receive this webinar recording in your email inbox so you can access it for future reference. So that is at your disposal. And no, the program, it looks like Sarah is asking, is this program for any kind of specific person? No, this program is meant for anyone and everyone. Doesn't matter what gender, what age you are, where you live. It is meant for every single person. All right, friends. Well, super glad you were able to attend the training. Remember, fill out the enrollment to lock in your submission before the 15-minute timer and the first 10 people to sign up fill up. So get those enrollments in before the time is up. Once the applications have been received by me and my team, we will get in contact with you with a little bit more detail on how to go ahead and start your coursework, including joining the private Facebook group. All right, so there are about 3 minutes left. There is still 1 spot left. All right, so I will leave it with that. All right, my friends, thank you for being here. A couple more minutes on the timer, or a few more minutes on the timer. I appreciate you being here. As long as your application gets in within this time frame, you will get set up with all of the discount and bonuses. And so go ahead and get those enrollments in so that you can lock in your spot. Thank you for all being here on this webinar, and go take care for now. All right, we will see you later. Bye for now.